Well, Donald Trump hosted his Turkish counterpart in Washington Wednesday. The US president welcomed Recep Tayyip Erdogan to the White House, despite bipartisan concerns about Turkey's military incursion into northern Syria and its purchase of a Russian missile system. Mr. Trump says the ceasefire in Syria is holding well, and both the US and Turkey are getting along with the Kurds. Just take a listen to the praise he heaped on the Turkish leader.
It's a great honor to be with President Erdogan. The president and I we've been very good friends. We've been friends for a long time, almost from day one. I'm a big fan of the president. You're doing a fantastic job for the people of Turkey.
As if there weren't already enough red flags against the reported whistleblower and his team of lawyers, a new complaint says the CIA official might have actually violated federal law by indirectly soliciting funds through a GoFundMe page. Attorney Anthony Gallo, representing the complainant, spoke with me on the scale of this fundraising.
It would appear to be that the majority or a substantial amount of donors are anonymous, which begs the question, why are they anonymous? And who are these donors? Are they foreign entities, foreign individuals, people seeking to influence, our government's employees' actions? We don't know.
The GoFundMe page was set up on September 25th by Whistleblower Aid, a nonprofit group that includes the alleged whistleblower Eric Caramella's legal team.
Missiles soar into the night sky above Gaza, before being snuffed out by Israel's Iron Dome missile defence system. But as day broke, it seemed to beckon a fragile peace here. News of a de-escalation in the air.
We confirmed that a ceasefire deal was reached under the supervision of Egypt. It went into effect on the ground at 5 a.m. with Islamic Jihad conditions. The deal includes the occupier Israel's submission to conditions, to stop the assassinations, protect the march of return demonstrators, and to begin the procedures to break the siege of Gaza.
It might not look like much, just a couple of speakers and a length of green tarpaulin, but this modest tent erected in Tahrir Square hopes to speak volumes for many. It houses the first radio station to represent the demonstrators who've staged a sit-in here for days. It broadcasts statements and rallying cries and helps to mobilise the masses. Away from the microphones, these were the violent scenes on Wednesday in a nearby square, as security forces used tear gas to once again disperse crowds of rock-throwing protesters who were still hungry for change. They now have growing support from the creative industries.
A new Ebola vaccine for a major trial. Scientists are testing it on up to 500,000 Congolese over the next 10 months to study its effects.
The vaccine is safe. It has already been tested on a small sample of people elsewhere. Our Ebola coordinator, Professor Muyembe, would not have approved it if it was harmful to the people.
But some people are concerned that the long-term effects of the drug made by a US multinational are not yet known, and the fact that it needs 2 doses 8 weeks apart may not work on people who travel often. About 250,000 people in parts of this region are already being injected with another vaccine made by a German company that has just been approved by European regulators.
Hepsi sayın abi o zaman. Tamam. Çocuk çok fazla o yüzden.
Sen bir süre buradaysan.
Buradayız.
Tonight at the Cannasafe Labs in Los Angeles, considered one of the top marijuana testing facilities in the world, Cannasafe executives Aaron Riley and Antonio Frazier explain they've come up with a brand new test.
We wanted to design a system that would be able to provide reproducible results.
To do something they wish the government would do, analyze the vapor produced by illicit THC oil. Cannasafe tested 7 THC cartridges from licensed dispensaries and 6 from the black market.
The illicit carts had the most dangerous stuff in it at much higher levels, and that dangerous stuff we found ended up being formaldehyde, other carcinogens, and carbon monoxide, and of course hydrogen cyanide.
That's right, cyanide.
Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro greeted the leaders of Russia, China, India, and South Africa for the 2019 Brics summit. The theme of what is now the 11th summit of the so-called Brics nations is economic growth for an innovative future. One controversial topic at this year's gathering is the question of Venezuela, which has put Brazil at odds with Russia and China. On Wednesday, fights broke out on the street in front of the Venezuelan embassy in Brasilia between supporters of Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro and supporters of opposition leader Juan Guaidó. Military police were called to the embassy as rival factions fought over control of the diplomatic compound.
The flames that swept through the small Maclay Valley community of Willawarren on Friday have been described as a firestorm. Locals are now dealing with the news that one of their own, 58-year-old Barry Parsons, didn't make it out. In a Facebook post late on Friday, Mr. Parsons wrote, "Seriously looks and sounds like apocalypse out there." And it seems this is the worst New South Wales fire season on record. In 1994, 4 people were killed, 225 homes destroyed, and more than 800,000 hectares burnt. These fires have so far claimed 4 lives, destroyed over 300 homes, and burned at least 1 million hectares.
Morning, Mr. Sam.
It went well. I'm very happy to be in Indonesia. I would like to thank the Indonesian authorities, the Indonesian government, the Indonesian members of parliament who have invited me to be in Jakarta for a few days. So thank you very much. They don't want me to go to Cambodia, the government. Okay. And they have prevented the airline companies not to carry me into Cambodia. They have blocked all the borders not to let me into Cambodia. Why is he afraid of me? I have bare hands, I have no weapons, I have no army, I have no money.